was a passionate writer, always searching for inspiration in the most unusual places. He believed that every place had a story waiting to be told, and he longed to uncover them through his poetry. When his college planned a research trip to Rajasthan, he saw it as the perfect opportunity. The trip was meant to explore rural life, but for Aditya, it was a chance to immerse himself in a new atmosphere and find inspiration for his next poem. The group arrived in a small, isolated village surrounded by vast deserts. Unlike modern towns, this village seemed frozen in time. The villagers lived in mud houses, relied on wells for water, and had minimal interaction with the outside world. Aditya was fascinated. He walked through the narrow alleys, observing the rustic beauty, feeling the soul of the place. As he sat under a neem tree, words began forming in his mind. A poem about the simple yet profound life of these people. But as he explored, something caught his attention. A cluster of abandoned houses a short distance from the village. Unlike the mud huts, these were made of bricks and stone, but most were crumbling ruins. When he asked the villagers about it, their expressions darkened. "That place has been abandoned for years," an old man said. "No one goes there." Aditya frowned. "Why?" The villagers exchanged uneasy glances. "People who go there don't come back." Aditya felt a thrill of curiosity, a place untouched, unexplored. What better setting for inspiration? His friends tried to dissuade him, but his mind was set. That evening, while the others rested, he ventured toward the ruins. As he stepped into the empty settlement, an eerie silence greeted him. The wind whistled through broken walls, and the last rays of sunlight cast long shadows. The place felt frozen in time, waiting for something or someone. Then he saw her, a woman draped in a red ghagra choli, walking between the ruins with a clay pot balanced on her head. Her movements were slow, graceful. Aditya's curiosity deepened. Who was she? The villagers had said the place was deserted. Before he could call out, one of his friends, Rahul, caught up with him. "Aditya, let's go. It's getting dark." Aditya nodded, but turned for one last glance at the woman. She was gone. That night, he couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about her, about the strange feeling he had in that place. He decided he had to return alone. At midnight, under the silver glow of the moon, he sneaked out and made his way back to the ruins. As he stepped inside, the air turned unnaturally cold. He took out his notebook, ready to write. Then, music filled the air. A melancholic tune played on a sarangi. The sound sent chills down his spine. Aditya's breath hitched. Something wasn't right. As he stepped back, his foot hit a loose stone. The sound echoed through the ruins. The music stopped. The woman's head snapped toward him, her dark eyes locking onto his. The air grew heavier, charged with something unseen. Aditya turned and ran, his heartbeat thundering in his ears. But no matter which path he took, he found himself back at the same spot. Laughter echoed. He turned and saw them. 4 old men sitting outside another ruined house. Their wrinkled faces twisted in eerie smiles, laughing softly among themselves. Aditya's stomach twisted in fear. This was not normal. Then he felt it, a presence behind him. He spun around and saw the woman standing just inches away. Up close, she was even more beautiful, but something about her eyes was wrong. They were hollow, lifeless, like dark abysses. His gaze dropped to her feet. They were burned. Panic surged through him. He stumbled back and fell, his breath coming in gasps. The woman smiled, tilting her head. "You shouldn't have come here," she whispered. Darkness swallowed him. When he woke up, he was inside one of the ruined houses. His friends and teachers stood around him, their faces filled with worry. "What happened to you?" one of them asked. Aditya hesitated. Could he tell them? Would they believe him? Even he wasn't sure if it had been real or a dream. I must have fainted," he lied. His professor nodded. "You were missing all night. We found you lying unconscious here." They took him back to the village. He was weak, but otherwise unharmed. That night, as he sat alone, trying to make sense of what had happened, an old man approached him. He was the same man who had warned him before. "You went there, didn't you?" the man asked. Aditya swallowed. Who was she?" The old man sighed. "Long ago, a tribe lived in those ruins. They performed rituals, some say dark ones. The woman you saw, she was one of them. When the tribe was wiped out, she remained, and now she waits." "For what?" "For what?" Aditya whispered. The old man didn't answer. Instead, he handed Aditya something, his notebook, the same one he had dropped in the ruins. Aditya's blood ran cold. The pages were burned, except for one. The page where he had written his poem about the village. Some mysteries are never meant to be solved, and some stories are meant